Hey guys, happy Friday. Hope everybody had a good week. Let's run some trains over here. You know, I've been kind of trying to figure out what the heck to run and, coming up with an interesting video, but I don't know. I'm just going to do what I do and we'll film it and go from there. So you can see in the yard over here, we've got one line of cars. They all came in from different locals and stuff like that. So we're just going to take them out to, out to staging, excuse me. And I think we'll take the first locomotive here, the GP40. Let's get him fired up here. Or GP40. I never know what I'm saying. You know, I say things wrong all the time. A lot of times people correct me and they're like, that's not a GP40, that's a GP38. That sort of thing. I always get my my locomotives mixed up. It's an SD40. SD40R, I think, if that's correct. Let's see, let's get some lights on here. Make sure I get the right lights. There we go. All right, brakes off. Let's go ahead, get our turnout set here. We'll pull out. And we'll get this line of cars out to staging, or West Colton here. Now, while we're running out, here's all my, here's all the cards that got collected up from that train. Let's grab our locomotive, and actually this is the one locomotive I don't have a car card, or car card for them. So still got to get that done. As always, there's like 20 million things you got to get done. You know how it is. Come back here a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, we'll run this guy out to staging, get him put away. Maybe we'll put together another set of cars here to bring in to the yard. Now, we won't bother with the caboose here. He's sitting way down there. I think you can just see him there off to the left. But a couple things I wanted to talk about. Well, as far as model railroad stuff here. There we go. We'll talk about a couple of plans I've got. As you know, I've been talking about getting a new vehicle. Let's see if we got all our cars. Yes, we do. And maybe making some more room in the garage here for it. I've kind of settled in between two different trucks. After doing all my research and everything like that, and kind of trying to figure out my use case sort of thing. I think I'm kind of overthinking it. But it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be either a Jeep Gladiator or a Nissan Frontier. It just depends on which day I'm thinking about it. I keep flip-flopping between the two. I used to have a Nissan Frontier way back in the day, like back in the early 2000s. Always loved it. But I kind of want to get back to basics. I kind of like the whole Jeep Gladiator idea. And before you go off telling me, which truck to get and all that, I know, don't worry. You do what you want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But and I know all the kind of weighing the downsides and the upsides of every different vehicle and all that. I've done all that. I know all the issues that each of those particular models could potentially have. That sort of thing. So, but I think I'm settled in on one of those two, though I'm heavily leaning towards the Jeep. Because at this point in my life, I'm retired. I hang out in my garage here. I take Benjamin out to the park, that sort of thing. Take him down to the beach every once in a while. Do that sort of thing. And I just want a simple vehicle. I want a simple vehicle I can change my own oil on, And I don't need heated seats. I don't need technology. And plus, the reason I kind of settled in on those two vehicles, naturally aspirated V6 on both of them. No turbos, no nothing like that to go, go wrong on me, that sort of thing. Anyway, the point being that obviously I kind of want to baby it a little bit once I actually get it, and I don't know when I'm going to get it. It might be before the end of the year, it might be sooner, it might be a little bit later in the year. I don't know yet. And a lot of people have said in the prior videos when I kind of talked about this, you know, just put up a canopy, car park, that, you know, kind of thing. Leave it outside. Well, you know, we live in Southern California over here, and I do live in a, you know, not a big ritzy neighborhood, but a nice neighborhood, and nobody puts that stuff out there. Even though there's no homeowners. Ooh, look at that. Whoop. We got some foliage got picked up over here. We'll put that over here for now. I don't know where that one came from. Anyway, got the chainsaw out and got that removed, and let's keep on going over here. Anyway, the point being that no current keeper in this sucker right here, and my track is filthy here. But yeah. Nobody does that over here. Oh man, this guy's having all sorts of little hiccups. This little section of track is extremely dirty for some reason. That's why he's kind of stuttering around. Let's try to power through it here. We'll get around over here. Anyway, all that to say now that it's going to go in the garage just to get babied a little bit. Whatever it is, or whatever it turns out to be. Oh, by the way, the reason this looks this way, I took my little mountain thing off right there. I'm going to put it back, but I have another idea about, and it's kind of on hold right now with this whole truck thing. I was thinking of cutting a hole over here, putting a turnout like right there, and having a track go back through the background here to run and to kind of become the staging. Right, and it would run all the way back around that way, basically behind the background here. So I thought that would be enough staging, I think, that I need. And that's why that's ripped off right there. I just kind of pulled it off. I'm going to set the camera down over here while we put the cars away. Let me prop you up a little bit. There we go. So you can kind of see how I do this. I'll do it right, yeah, right there is good. All right. So we have arrived at West Colton, so to speak. And now, just take all the cars off and put them up into staging up here. Try to kind of keep them in some sort of an order here. Being a little bit delicate with making sure I don't break anything. But anyway, that whole little staging, cutting through the background here, kind of on hold right now. Now that I'm thinking I might have to do a little bit, some changes here to accommodate the new conveyance. And I've been kind of thinking about what to do with, you know, with the layout here, because it's got to get kind of condensed a little bit. I'll grab the last one there. Position the locomotive over here. This is kind of what I do, so that you're getting an idea of how I operate my staging here, in effect here. Let's back this one up over here a little bit. Alright, hey, perfect. He died right where I wanted him to stop. I really got to get my current keeper in there. Actually, I think this track is not powered very well. Probably the connectors down below, but that's okay because that's where I wanted him to stop anyway. Alright, let's keep on jabbering here. Let me fix my camera just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so the whole point being that once I got to get a vehicle inside of my garage, I'm going to back up all the way over here so you can kind of get a good idea how big my garage is. It's 2.5 vehicles here, right? So there's Benjamin. And we got our little, California garage seating area here. Since we don't have basements over here, everybody kind of uses their garages for, like this, right? Watching TV and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to lose this part here. That means the vehicle's got to go either over here or over here, right? And so I've been toying with all sorts of ideas, like possibly taking this orange section and just taking it all down all the way to the, to the yard right there. And that would give me ample room to get the vehicle into the garage over here. I might lose like 2 or 3 feet, kind of have to shove the couch up a little bit by a couple of feet, but just to get the vehicle inside of here. That's probably the easiest thing to do, considering the amount of work to like move the railroad stuff around. So what are we going to do with this little part right here? So I was thinking taking all of this stuff down. Ooh, excuse me. Taking all this stuff down. But obviously I like this. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose space there. But picture multi-level here. So we take this whole section, we kind of rebuild it up on top of here, right? So it would be sitting up on top here, pretty much square center. Now it's 2 feet, so it's only going to stick out. Only going to stick out about halfway like that, But that's about 12 inches right there. That's about 12 inches right there. That sort of thing. But then we got to get up there somehow, and I don't want to do a helix per se. So the other idea I was having, kind of having, and I know some people won't like this, but if you watch Burr Stewart's videos there on YouTube, he kind of, what's it called? I think it's kind of called the spaghetti sort of, design. But let's picture, right, we kind of come over the bridge here. We come out of the yard here, and I'll put this down temporarily. One of the tracks over here, let's just picture the main line here, starts to climb pretty much from like right here. Let's just picture this thing, this main line track getting elevated and going all the way up. And instead of connecting up over to here, it would kind of run out in the background here, continuously climbing. Now, obviously, that would mean having a board someplace here, that would run up right through the scenery over here. We'd have to kind of redo the background scenery here, and you have that sort of step up, and just have that running all the way up, 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 all the way around, up, 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 and hopefully get up to this point without too much of a giant grade, where we could now come in and our little orange section would be sitting up over here. That's my idea right now. I just got to kind of figure out the logistics of the grade and all that. Now we're talking 6 feet from the corner, or 16 feet, I should say, from the corner over there to the corner over here. And then what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 feet from over there to there. So you got about, let's say, with the curves and everything like that, let's say 7 feet. 7 feet over here and 15 feet over there total. What does that make out to? It's like 14 and 15 is 29 feet or something. Can I climb this distance in 29, 30 feet, something like that? Now this is only, I think I'd have to measure it, and I don't have a ruler here because I know somebody's going to figure it out for me and tell me exactly what it is. Let's come over here and grab a ruler. I think it's either like 13 or 14 inches to get up to the top, right? Maybe not even that. Let's see. Well, it helps if I put that the right way now, isn't it? 13 inches. So you can see we're kind of sitting down at the bottom right there, and right up at the top, just short of 13 inches up there. But little thickness wise, we got a 1/2 inch foam kind of deal right here, right? And then you got to account for maybe a 1/4 inch of underlayment here. going across here like so. So I don't know if you want to punch that in really quick. 29-30 feet, going up to 13 or / 14 inches, something like that. I'm not sure what kind of a grade that would be, and I don't even know if that's doable, but that's my latest thinking. All right, so there's that. All right, yeah, all right, enough car talk. Let's figure out some cars here. You know what I'm gonna be doing? I think I'm going to be switching now. Okay, we're next stage here of the video. This is how I figure out what I'm going to be running, and kind of come over here and check it out. Let's see, I did a little bit of switching over here last time, did some stuff over here. I haven't switched out these guys recently right there, so maybe I'll do that. We did all our switching over here, so I'm not going to be going down to Huntington Beach again. I think I'm going to switch orange. And so what I do, which I think I did too, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, orange is what I want to be switching over here. So I come over here to take a look at my my cars right here. I got 2 tank cars over there getting serviced and a box car. Those are our cars right here. So let's say we're going to switch out. We're going to switch out that guy. What I do is I turn my little waybill, 2-spot waybill. It's either staging or the industry. That's it. So what I do is I flip that sucker around right there. I'll put that in there. And then I'm going to grab my tank car right here. I'll do the same thing for him. And just kind of flip that around. So these 2 cars are going to get picked up the next time around. So there we go. We got 2 cars there. There's an industry back there we can always drop something off at, and then we've got Westpac over here. So I know I'm going to switch out all 4 of these. So I'll come back in here and kind of flip these around so you don't have to do it on camera. But now we've got an idea of what we need here. We need a box car or 2 that can go over there, and maybe some tank cars, a couple box cars here, and some hoppers. So I come back over here, I grab my little pile of cards and set my camera up so you can see something. And yeah, I come over here, I do this, I grab all my industry things. I'm only going down to orange here, so I'm only going to grab the orange cards over here. So let's see, Westpac, we're going to do 2 box cars. I'll grab 2 of those. There's Ultim, I can't say it. Ultim, okay? We'll do a box car for them too, all right? And then finally, FXI, let's see here, what do we want to do? We're going to do 2 box cars for FXI, so I'll grab that. And why don't we drop off another chemical car? Good enough right there. There we go. I have now collected up all of the cars, or waybills I should say, for our little operations here. Now I go through my little stack of cards here and I just pick cars out. Now I keep these in order, so, and I actually didn't do that. Well, let's see here. We actually forgot, but here's all the cars that we just dropped off over there. So I got to kind of pull these guys out, put them away, and then put these guys up over on top there. We'll see if we get enough cars here though to do this before I do that. Hope this makes sense. So first car we need is a chemical tank car. I come over here, I see, what's the, do I have one available here? There's a food one, there's an oil one. Here's a chemical car. So there we go. I grabbed that one, I put it in there, all good to go. We got our first car. Then we got a box car. Let's come over here and do all our box cars. So when, for instance, we run into a staging here with these guys. So like these guys would be put in the back, and that's how I constantly rotate the cards or the cars. Because when I need a box car, I just grab the first one at the front of the stack. All right, put that away. We got another box car here, and that's how the cars, get rotated around. So, and they go to all different industries, and they're not like, there's not like one of them always kind of forgotten over here. All of the cars get rotated through pretty much whatever industries I want to do here. We'll get all these guys set up. Boxcar, yeah, one more boxcar, perfect. Let's put that in there. Now here comes some fun part. I'm gonna leave this stuff right over here because I gotta take care of these guys later. But now, if we want to do a little bit of yard classification, right? So once the hauler comes in here, if we want to do a little classification, you know, run the yard goat back and forth and do all that sort of thing, what I do with these cards now, I just kind of shuffle them around, you know, just randomly, you know, put them in whichever way they want to be, as long as there's not a tank car up front, you know. And there we go, we've got our cars shuffled. Now I grab these guys in the order that I just shuffled them. So first guy right here, I'm gonna put him way back here where you can't see, but I'm just putting them on the track, and boom, there we go. There's our first guy set. Let's grab the next one. This is, here, let me put the camera somewhere where you can actually see what I'm doing here. Let's see here. All right, there we go. All right, next guy here, I got, what is it, 113. I gotta find that car. All right, then we got, let's see, a brown 619. This guy here. Now, some people might say, boy, this is a lot of handling of the cars. Well, I'm not all bent out of shape if I gotta handle my cars. We'll grab the next one. Because this is kind of what I would do in staging here. Obviously, I'm a little careful with my my tank cars and stuff, because they got little, you know, delicate pieces and parts and stuff like that. So as long as you're, you know, somewhat delicate here, you're not going to screw up any cars. What's this one? 377. We'll get the last one on the track. Perfect. Come on, hook up. There we go. All right. And let's see if we can get fired up over here again. Yep. All right. So there we go. Got all our cards over here. I'm just going to stick them in my arrival track box right now. Here we go. There's our new hauler. We're going to have to gun it through here, I think, though. Let's see. Brakes off. Because I don't want to lose connectivity here. So here's our new hauler, leaving AKA West Colton with our next batch of cars. Yeah, I got them jazzed up over here. I got them notched up. Because my camera is also like saying, hey, I'm hot. I'm going to put that down. I'll angle you down just a little bit. Get our bridge down, make sure our track's all set up. All right, we'll take a final look over here. Here he comes. And while we roll on into the yard over here, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. You will see all the chaos that I'm going to be creating if I get my vehicle, get my new truck, and have to start tearing my layout apart and reconfiguring it. That should be fun to watch, huh? Anyway, it's going to be a hot one today here. I hope everybody's doing good wherever they are, wherever you guys are. But yeah, here in Southern California, we had like, what did it hit? 89, 92, something like that yesterday. We're going to be hitting into the mid to upper 90s today. And then wouldn't be surprised if we hit into the hundreds, the low hundreds. At least 100, 101, 102 or something like that. over the weekend here. So I'm kind of trying to get stuff done in here in the morning. I don't even know what time it is. It's 10:30-ish here, a.m. All right, there we go. The new hauler has come into the yard. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here because I know it's been long enough. A lot of babbling and stuff like that. I didn't even get to some of the things I wanted to talk about. But guys, have a good weekend. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, because you'll miss all the fun over here I'm gonna be having, ripping apart parts of the layout if I have to, and trying to reconfigure it. All right, guys, till next time, take care. Have a good weekend. I'll see you in the next video. One little thing there. What do you think of this color, huh? On a Jeep Gladiator. Mojito. Bright green. Hope that comes out.